Back to more Magic the Gathering. Now we have another Premier Draft set in Historic. I think these are fantastic. Again, the free start, the one free game, is fantastic. If they could just... I was saying if we could do this once a month, this would be awesome. Apparently they're doing it once a week for the previous week, this week, and next week. The last one apparently being Ikoria, so not even a remastered, not even a Historic set, which is pretty cool. I do like this ability to just jump into draft to see these old cards. Like, I think these are fantastic. And, like, I recognize you don't want it for the standard format, because then everyone just gets all the standard cards. But for Historic, like, there's so many cards in Historic. I think they can manage getting Historic drafts. I said monthly, maybe every 3 weeks, maybe every 2 weeks. Well, it seems like it's just once a week for 3 weeks. So, I'm going to be happy. Hopefully this is a very highly positive theme. I'll tell you this, free theme, the problem is, it's awesome because I don't have to invest money into it, which is kind of a complicated thing of not exactly working out for what they're wanting. Don't think they had human drafts when Ikoria was first out, not sure. I have no idea. All I know is Zenith Flare became a standard deck that looks like just a limited deck with all the best limited cards, you know? So anyways, for Kaladesh, here's what I know about Kaladesh. It is an artifact-based format with a lot of combo cards. And I had to Google up that apparently there's like 2 or 3 cards that mana fix you. So if you get those cards, you could be pretty multicolored. Other than that, there's artifacts, there's energy. This is where vehicles came into existence, which vehicles was a cool idea, just not the first time they did it. Anyways, we're going to be figuring out as we go, basically. I'm just going to be going with the general bread format. I do not know all the cards in Ikoria, or in this format. So, we are learning as we go. We are learning as we go. Alright. So yeah, if we see a 0-3, that is because I did not prepare. That is not because... Okay, not preparing makes you a bad drafter. Fair enough. Well, I don't really need a tier list to know the Planeswalker is a bomb. Alright. So, gain a life, draw a card, if in worst case. -7 that could win games, and a +1 that just locks them into position. I don't think I need to look much further. We're having Dovin Baan. We're splashing Dovin Baan if necessary. Restoration Specialist seems pretty awesome. Underhand Designs. So I watched one person draft, Numot the Nummy. So I watched him draft, and Underhand Designs seems pretty good, if you have the mana for it. As well as the Puzzle Knots are pretty awesome. Really, I'm using this to read all the cards. Oh yeah, if permanent left the battlefield this turn, it's apparently a synergy theme. The Puzzle Knots are apparently pretty darn good, because they could be in any deck, and then if you have like a single land of that type, you can gather stuff. Fortuitous Find, there's enough artifacts in this format that actually works. Stuff like that. But yeah, Dovin Baan. Pretty straightforward decision. Alright. Okay, that seems really strong too. What did they even pick? They picked a common. So Untethered Express is safe. The other 3 are amazing though. This just basically says 4 mana 3/2 that gives you kill shots basically. Untethered is a bomb. Untethered Express. Alright, Crew 1. Okay, yeah, you're correct. I did not know it was Crew 1. Yeah. So the off-color Puzzle Knot, it was specifically because there's ways to splash colors pretty well. If you get those cards. This is just, I don't have to worry about splashing into colors. I didn't realize it's Crew 1 for 4. Like, yeah, that's a bomb. Alright. So this is huge life gain and flying. Restorative Specialist, artifact and enchantment returns, and it's a 2/1. Yeah, so Prophetic Prism, this is the splash card. This is the splash card, as far as I can tell. I'm pretty sure a 5-mana 4/3 flyer is just good enough. We might be able to get a Prophetic Prism elsewhere. A Restoration Specialist is a great early game. We could get that. Hopefully we can get that later, I guess. We already have 2 win conditions. Let's go with the 2-drop instead. Yeah, I don't think the Splash Pad is a good idea this set. I'm not going to splash. I think with Prophetic Prism, there's like 2 other cards that help. So if I end up like being green-white or green-blue, I can splash in the last color for Dovin if I need to, is my understanding. This is just an Icy Manipulator. Remember, Artificer, we have 1 Artificer so far. Universal Solvent's a kill spell, worst case. That's actually pretty cool. I have a feeling Pacification Ray is just going to be the best card here, because Pacification plus Dovin, like, we just get to lock down the board. Workshop Assistance could be nice. Yeah, there are some good cards in here, but I think we just go with a Pacification Ray first. Yeah, we're going to start with a Pacification Ray. Okay, it has to be non-token. This is, unfortunate. If this was instant speed, I'd be like, we could splash for this, but... Alright. That's a nice combat trick. I will keep that in mind. Let's see. Gains flying until end of turn, but it's just a 4-mana 3/3. Yeah. So, like, none of these uncommons are good enough to just try to splash right now. This is just a 2-mana 2/1, and this is a combat trick that I think could be really good. Even if it's not an artifact creature, like, just getting +2/+2 for 1 seems really strong. Namen Cobra might just be a 2-mana 2/1 in my deck if I pick it, so... Artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I have a feeling that's going to end up working. Aviary Mechanics, 2-mana 2/2 with ability. Fragmentize seems like it's a kill spell in this set. That's my guess. Workshop Assistance, Mobile Garrison. I gotta be careful with how many vehicles I get, because I don't really have board clears. The fact that this goes to the battlefield makes it pretty strong, but I think we're just gonna go with a Workshop Assistant for safety, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the pick. Holding on to that. Alright. Oh, Cogworks Puzzle Knots. So it's being kept because counterspells are hard to pick sometimes. This is servo tokens. Ice Over is this is a kill spell. Ice Over. Enchant artifact or creature does a tap during its a tap step. Basically, this is basically a kill spell. So I'm going to take the kill spell first. And it's an enchantment for my restoration specialist. So we'll take the kill spell, and then we'll work our way around. And that means blue might be pretty open. 2-mana 0/3 is probably good enough. Oh, kill spell. Kill spell. Ooh, Consulate Turret seems pretty nice as well, but yeah, kill spells. Enchantment kill spells, artifacts that are strong, that tap them down, Dovin Baan. We look like we're going to be blue-white control for a while. We're going to see if that works well or not. Ooh, Ornamental Courage is a card we have to worry about. Alright. Puzzle Knot. Draw 3 cards. So it's just 5 mana, draw 3. So it's either Cogworks' Puzzle Knot or Tezzeret's Ambition. And I think of these, Puzzle Knot is just better. It's basically a 2-drop that becomes a 2-drop later. Works with artifact synergies. Versus... Yeah. This is a good card draw spell, but it's very expensive, and I have to get up to it. No. Alright. Select for Inspection or Revolutionary Rebuff. This is an instant speed, which makes it pretty strong, but it is very limited. I'm going to go for select for inspection. I might have to just pull it out. Alright. Ice over again. Enchantment kill spell. Reservoir would have been pretty nice. We do notice some red, but these are, yeah, these are kind of the aggressive deck red cards that I don't really care about. Universal Solvents. I think if I had more artifacts in play matters, I would go with Universal Solvent. I want one. I'll grab a counterspell. See how if I end it. It ends up not working. Alright, Unbridled Growth, I put in the sideboard because it is one of those cards that allows you to splash other colors. Refurbish at the top end is actually great. Paradoxical Outcome. Return any number of non-land permanents to my hand. Draw a card for each card returned this way. That seems like it's I lose my tempo, and then I win the game if I get it back. Alright, Servo Schematic seems good. Renegade Map is one of those get the lands cards. Revoke Privileges, or Paradoxical Outcome. I think we might just want the Revoke Privileges. Yeah, I don't know how to use this is basically my main issue. Actually, this could basically be protect, like it protects Dovin Baan what's about to get killed, protects another creature what's about to get killed, and then just other stuff. Alright, more control. Oof. So yeah, we started by opening up Dovin Baan. So basically our entire deck is trying to make blue-white control. Okay. We do need to start putting creatures in this deck. Like, 2 creatures. I like Authority of the Consuls, but it is kind of a... So it does slow them down really well, but also doesn't really affect the board, which I think means that I can't take it. And I ran out of time to figure out what else I'd want instead. Alright. Vehicles you control have flying. Not really worried about that. Alright, this is a creature. We're going to need to start putting creatures in this deck. Let's see. I'm going to grab the Aether Theorist first. To get the Scry, and it's a 2-drop instead of a 3-drop. Alright. Oof. Well, actually, with our curve, the Glint Sleeve might be better. Alright. We're going to take out the cards that might not... that probably won't make it. So that a Gia Bear sets of a curve. Trophy Mage. Alright, so mana value 3 exactly. So that is Workshop Assistant. I mean, it's a 3-mana 2/2 that draws a card. Like, that's probably good enough. Malfunction's also great. I think right now we need more creatures. But oh my gosh, another Revoke Privileges, a Malfunction. Like, we have the removals here. I'm going to grab the Revoke Privileges, but, like, the removal's here. Like, removal first. Irina is not having it right now. Heller. Alright. That's instant speed. Oh, we have a... Alright, so we have a 4-2 4-mana 3/2 flying that locks them down. Yep, that's basically our deck. We just lock them down and win eventually. Whir of Invention. Alright. So that is instant speed, which makes me more interested in it, but also... like, it's just basically get Untethered Express. Like, I'm not really... Sorry to hear that the stream's dropping quality for you, Lambo Droid. Oof. we are betting it all on this Planeswalker, which is probably a bad idea. The more I think about it, the more this idea seems like it's going to end badly for me. Malfunction, kill spell, like, what else can I say? Shield Aether Feast? Hey, turns our energy to card draw. I think that's good. Shipwreck Moray could be pretty good. The Bastion Mastodon might be pretty good. But I'm going to go with the Shielded Aether Thief first. Definitely blue looks open to me. Alright. Another Revoke Privileges. This has to be good enough. It's a enchant creature. Can't attack, block. It's a pacifism, which is basically a kill spell in this in most formats. And we have 3 of them. Alright. I'm going to go with the Innovator because it is a card draw and it is a creature. I need a little of both right now. We're talking an unland permanent to its owner's hand, draw a card. I'm going to get the creature first, but not a bad idea. And we got the Trophy Mage back. Awesome. So we get the Workshop Assistant card draw. We'll get the Weensmith since it's actually a creature. We now have all playables, and we need to figure out what else we want. Okay, well, that's basically a bomb. It's a 6-mana 4/4 flyer. Another Revoke Privileges. And we might get another one. But yeah, we're going to go with the Wisp Reaver Angel because it's a 4/4 flyer. And we'll just figure out what we pull out. Alright. Nope. Do I pick the Skygate just for the reaching block? Possibly. Most of my creatures are 2-drops, so that might not be necessary. I'm going to stick with the card draw because it looks like we're going to just dump our hand very quick. Don't have anything big enough to justify that. I'm going to pick the Implement of Examination here because, okay, Aviary Mechanic is not bad at all. It's a bear, which we could probably use, but Implement gives us another... Okay, no, the Implement's going to come back around. The Implement's going to come back around, that's my guess. Alright, I think the Paradox Agent is really cool. Not going to deny that. But I think that the endgame flyers is probably what I'm going to need. And this is improvised, so I get to tap my permanents to make it bigger. To get it out faster. So I think Paradox Agent is better here. But the Servo Exhibition is definitely not a bad card. But I think I need some more late game here. Alright, I'm going to hover over that. I'm just going to look at my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so 5 2-drops plus 1, 2, 3 kind of 2-drops. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 removal. Yeah. Okay, that's an engine in and of itself. It's either Fabrication Module or Airdrop Aeronauts as just gain more life, get another 5 mana 4/3 flyer. Well, I guess it chose for me. Yeah, there's another win condition. Just a big old affinity for artifacts, 5/6. Yep. Ooh, creating servo tokens. Okay, we got more 2-drops. Metallic Rebuke could be really good, I think. But I'm going to go with a 2-drop just to confirm. Yeah, I think the 2-drop's probably just a safer pick. Just make sure if this format is aggressive, we have solutions to it. Alright. Do I take the Fragmentize? Oh, we just have an Ice Over. Alright. More Ice Overs. Destroy all of their stuff. Let's put that on the sideboard. We have too many playables. We have too many playables. Yeah, we gotta figure out what we're cutting out, because we're cutting out a lot of cards. I think we knocked down to 16 lands, because most of our big stuff has Improvise or something of that nature. Like the Whisper Weaver Angel is the only thing that doesn't have Improvise. A lot of our stuff has card draw. You're going away. Paradoxical Outcome, I think, is just going to be too hard to use. Nimble Innovator, I think only one's going to make it. That might actually see play just because it's a 1-mana 0/3 that kind of acts as a 1-mana 1/4 if I attack. Alright. Let's look at this deck first, because we need to get rid of 7 cards. 15 creatures, 60 non-creatures, to try to keep it kind of equal. Authority of the Consoles probably gets pulled just because it doesn't actually work. Oh, is the internet bugging for you as well, Focus? That's unfortunate. Hopefully it's not bugging on the stream itself. Alright, Aether Theorist seems great, in my mind. I could be horribly wrong. Alongside with Shielded Aether Thief, it just makes a lot of energy triggers. Fabrication Module is my basic energy trigger. I then have Aether Thief and Theorist as ways to spend the energy. I think the Workshop Assistant might be the that might be the weakest card. Refurbish is unnecessary because artifact is 4. Trophy Mage having 3 targets is great. We could drop it down to 2. I think it'd be fine. Restoration Specialist having a bunch of artifacts and enchantments to grab is great. Puzzle Knot's probably not necessary because it's just 1/1s. And we can get them with Aether Swooper's energy. Yeah. Nice. Alright, so internet's fun for some people, at least. Built to Last might be an unnecessary combat trick. Alright. I think I'm going to get rid of the Thriving Turtle. And then we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops, which is what I need to make sure I have. Alright. Then I take out these two, because they're just not as easy to implement, to put simply. We have Consulate Turret plus Fabrication Module, which ends up being a synergy of basically giving me +1/+1 counters. Trophy Mage finds one of them. The other can probably just be picked up along the way. I want to try at least one Nimble Innovator. But yeah, we have like 7 kill spells, effectively. Like, if this wasn't a 4/4 flyer, I'd be like, this is probably the weakest card. But, like, you know, it's a 4/4 flyer. I think Workshop Assistant might be the weakest card here. I say it, but I think Whisper Weaver Angel might be... Oh, no. There we are. 12 creatures, 12 non-creatures. Dovin, please. Please come to us. I think we have so many synergies that we have other ways around to victory, but it's just so awkward. Oof. 1, 2, 3. We only have 4 artifacts. Like, they're all great artifacts, but we only have, like, 4. That might be a mistake on my part. We have a lot of enchantments, and we have things that can make artifact tokens. Either Theorist giving 3 energy seems really potent. Like, even if that's just triggering other effects. We're gonna try that. Yeah, like... I mean, let's just count it all out, because not counting it out was what killed me one of these times. So... Oh. Accidentally removed it. So... 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6... 7 basically straight enchantment removals. Alright. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2-drops. For bombs, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus some... For mid-range, we have... I would consider this a bob as well, like a eventual bob. For card draw, we have 1, 2... Alright, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We might need more card draw. That might be our weakness. But if that's our weakness, we can pop on in Implement of Examination. And that could solve a lot of the card draw issues. We could bring in another Nimble Innovator. We might be able to just actually play Paradoxical Outcome. Like, I think... Oh, yeah, and Tezzeret's Ambition is a card. Tezzeret's Ambition is a card that we have. Alright. Well, counting on you, Dovin. Counting on you. But yeah, I think the 6-mana 4/4 flyer might actually be my weakest card. Not because it's weak, but because it doesn't do what I need it to. Alright. Let's see how this fares. Alright. So, we have a 2-drop that allows us to scry into a Consulate turret for turn 3 into a turn 4. Yeah. I think we're fine. Could be wrong. Could very much be wrong. Oh, I have 3 energy. I could just literally Consulate turret, kill something, and keep my and actually keep pressure. Alright. So they're going with a multicolored deck. We'll see how it fares. That's only for creatures. How much is attack? What you got? And now we have a kill shot if they have... Oh, this is to player or planeswalker. Okay. Ooh. That's actually really good. So they're probably playing like 5-color good stuff is my guess. Yep. That's only to players. I thought that was to creatures as well, which is why I'm like, why is no one taking Consulate turret? It's not as good as I thought it was. Alright. I'm gonna just flood the board, and we'll wait for them to play the big scary threats behind the 3/2 before I bother with it. And so, in case you're wondering, there is nothing in this game that removes energy. No card in the format, no card in the game. So, we're good on that front. I'm actually going to gain energy before that thing goes. Alright, so they fragmentized my consulate turret. That's fine. 5. Don't need my removal right now. This thing doesn't have sneaky reach. Alright. Action. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap one of these to scry. Do I need that? No. I'm not even sure I want... It draws me a card. It cycles itself. But I don't really need board presence right now. I just need the card behind it, basically. If it's a land, will that be okay with me? Yes. Alright. So now I'm going to play this to bring back my Aether Theorist. And so when I play it again, I will have 3 more energy back. So I spent 3 energy this turn and got 3 energy back. So we have a lot of energy. And we get a Scry, throwing cards to the back. Fumigate. Alright. So they're going to gain a lot of life. Alright. So they do have more cards than us, but we have 2 kill spells. Alright. Four, 5. So 2 more lands, and we get to play the Gearkeeper Serpent, even if we don't get anything else along the way. We have 2 kill spells in our hand, basically. Alright. So they want the multi-white. Alright. If they fabricate to make the guy bigger, I can... Oh! Make it even easier for me. Pacification Ray. Longer we dirtle, I think the better it is for me. The Fumigate definitely hurt. Having, like, a rare destroy everything spell definitely hurts. I think they're tapped out enough that I should play Gear Seeker. I'm going to take the damage when this thing attacks, but I think that's alright. I want to apply pressure. They could leave them both to block. Oh. I think that needs to be... Alright, so they... Alright, so I'm going to malfunction this guy, I think. Because, yeah, it's all tap abilities. Alright. I think I just ice over this guy as well. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10. Alright. So they have all of their mana, basically. They have all their mana and then some. We are slowing them down, but they are just building a board, and the Fumigate definitely hurt me. And we're running out of health. We're going to be at 8 health, then we're going to be at 6, and then we're dead. Actually, we're going to be dead. We're going to be dead pretty soon, actually. So yeah. Basically, this turn... What do I need to get to keep myself from dying? Well, not a land. I'll tell you that much. Well, I think that was just them fumigating. Like, me not playing around a massive board clear, them playing around it since they had it in hand, and then, you know, the consequences of not playing around a massive board clear. Alright. Well, my mistake. My mistake. Note to self, if they're not developing any creatures, they might have a massive board clear. Second note to self, that cannon only hits players, not creatures, so I might want to just kick that out and put it in a card draw. I have less lands. I have no plays if I don't draw lands. Alright. I think I might have to get rid of some of these improvised cards because I don't have as many artifacts. But yeah, I'm going to... I think, yeah, the Windkin Raiders might have to go. Or the 6 mana 4/4, one of those two, basically. Alright. Hopefully they're not aggressive Artificer deck. At least they're not aggressive enough. I'm gonna attack and just spend the energy, get myself more board presence. Alright, I really need a land here so I could either Spiral Patrol and... Oop! Solves itself. Hellfire went through Hellfire. Alright. Whew. Yeah. I'll make sure to talk about game design another day. But, yeah, I do love talking about game design. Thank you for bringing that up. Alright. We have a Shielded Aether Thief. We have 2 Ice Overs that we gotta just wait for them to get something that's worth dealing with. Alright, so they had to mulligan. Alright. The cool thing is if they're really aggressive, I could actually... Aether Thief has Flash. So at the very least I play at the end of their turn instead of on mine. Alright. And I have 3 kill spells if they play anything threatening. Not really threatening. Let's draw cards. Innovator seems like it'd be fine. This has first strike, so that is scary, but I think the Shielded Aether Thief's alright to be used as is. Yep. You make it a servo. That's the only reason you make that attack. Because I'm drawing a card. Oh. Never mind. Now that he needs to say tap down. Actually, it's just a... Well, yeah, it's still a better use of my mana to ice that over. I think I attack in and play the Restorative Specialist. Basically say... like, even though I'm not blocking, I can threaten them. Like, they have to now hold up their servo to block. Or they have to kill my specialist. Alright. Whew. Live fast. You draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, and get 2 energy. Seems nice. Alright. See how they respond. Alright. Go play this. Now I have an enchantment and an artifact. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. This might be the weakest card in my deck, I think. I think this is the weakest card in my deck. I tolerate because it is... Alright. They chose the correct decision. That is unfortunate for me. If I get 1 land, I can actually... Ooh. Well, I mean, I'm Dovin Baaning. The question is, do I draw a card, or do I just stop their servos? I think I draw a card just to make sure Dovin at least plays their part. We're gonna wait here. If they start making threats that aren't just a bunch of servos. If they attack with everything, I do have to now sack my Restoration Specialist to save Dovin Baan. But Dovin Baan at least got some advantage. Got a... I see. But they do have to attack everything against Dovin Baan. I was going to say, they didn't attack a single one at Dovin. No, they're attacking all at Dovin. Yep. Unfortunate. Well, it drew me a card. It gave me with some life. It gave me like 5 life. I have a question. Does Lamech stay dead? Yes. So what happens is Lamech... So every time you beat a boss... Give me a sec. I need to focus on this real fast. But every time you beat a boss, it stays that way until you like enter another seal. Basically, until you enter New Game Plus, Lamech stays dead. Yes. And you cannot enter New Game Plus until, you know, you beat the game once. Alright. I don't know this format enough to know if there's a 2 damage spell. Oh, I actually do know of it. There's, Live Fast and Die Young is the other one. Die Young is 2 mana, you gain 2 energy, and then spend the energy to kill things, basically. Alright. Attack with this. Alright. So I could either revoke privileges the Artisan, but I think it's just better if I just apply pressure and say, hey, you're dead next turn. Alright. Then I have 3 removal in my hand, effectively. Alright. They're going to sacrifice that, or that was a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll block here, I think. Alright. Nope, no sacrifice. Alright. So, yep, this top end was good. This top end was a good decision, then. I'm glad to hear it. Did I have fun in the match? Yeah. Did its job. Did its job. Oof. The Dovin Baan play was a bit iffy, but it was like, if I just plussed, I was going to have to minus it later anyways. So. Oof. Alright, be ready. Damp Flock. Alright. This seems like a really bad hand. If they're aggressive at all, we have 2 removals if they're aggressive. And everyone's mulliganing. Yeah, it feels like since what was the set? Since the Alright. So I'm gonna actually play the fabrication module first. But yeah, since the set where... Since the Forgotten Realms set, it feels like draft, like the lands... Like, I know land screw, land flood is a thing that happens, but it just seems to be happening so often, and it's concerning. Oof. Ooh, ooh. Scare the living daylights out of them. Consulate turret plus fabrication module. Get energy. Energy gives me +1/+1 counters. Like, they have to take care of this. Alright, can't block. That's fine. Alright, so I can actually tap it down and make sure they don't tap next turn. So I can counter your pressure with my pressure, if I want. Or I can... Oh, even better. Even better. So I can now Aether Swooper, get energy, Trophy Mage becomes a 3/3, Consulate Turret, and I can spend any energy to turn it into a 4/4. If I want. And 4/4 beats out this. Alright, we're just going to end the turn here. Oop, but they do have the 3/4 tap target creature can't block effect, but I think overall I'm still winning here. I did make a mistake. That was a mistake, but I think overall I think I'm going to be winning. Alright. So they're going to crew it with a 2/1. Turn into a 3/4 first strike. That's fine. I'm going to block that with my Trophy Mage if they allow it. They are being very aggressive. I need... Alright. I think I need an Aether Swooper. Oh, I can't even block with it. Alright. Yeah, they're going to make sure this creature can't block this turn. Unfortunate for me. Or are they untapping? Okay. Well, I'll spend my turn deactivating this. So I can ice over the Gearshift Ace and Spire Patrol the Renegade. Wheeler. Ooh. Or Dovin Baan minus doesn't... And then I just have a 3... That doesn't really help me. Not yet. Alright. Ice over you. Invoke your privileges. And we're just gonna hold back in case they get something to upgrade the mobile garrison. I just realized they do have ways to take care of the thing I did with the Aether, but whew. My Aether Swooper is still going to become a threat soon enough. Yep, and now they untap their Gearshift Ace. And I'll block here. See what they have. Nothing. Alright. Now I play Dovin Baan. I could minus... Let's see, this takes 2 to crew. So I can minus the Gearshift Ace or the Aether Inspector, whichever one... Yeah, I'm going to minus the Gearshift Ace, I think. And then this thing... Yep. I think this is the correct play. And now I have Dovin Baan active and slowly building up pressure. They have 1 card left in hand. And if it's not removal for my Aether Swooper, they're in trouble.
Your success is mathematically unlikely.
And my Aether Swooper is slowly going to get bigger and bigger.
Surely you knew this would happen.
And if Dovin Baan ever minus 7s, I think they just lose the game. Alright. Crew 3 for Ironhead Crusher. Gain an energy. Trade this to a 4/5. Alright. I think I just play Spire Patrol to tap down the Aether Inspector. And then I could minus X this guy. if they happen to get a creature that could crew. Sucks to be me.
Your options are decreasing.
Alright, and we'll do this, and we'll spend the energy to create a servo. And I'm going to start putting my energy into Spire Patrol or a servo or something of that nature. Alright. Creature artifacts you control. Sacrifice. Alright. That is just the 6/6. Alright. So it's a 6/6 first strike, but it's not a 6/6 trample. And so I could return my ice over to my hand, equip it, and put it on the Metalwork Gear Colossus, which I think is going to be the play very easily. Glorious Dolores rated with 7 viewers! Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it a lot. Alright, so we're playing a draft, and we have this Planeswalker, which I think basically has been deciding the path of this game. Ooh, been a while, so I thought I'd bring some friends with me. I appreciate it, man. Alright, so we're just trying to figure out how to lock down this board is our issue right now. And, well, we found it. So we're gonna revoke this needs privileges, so it can't... So our deck... you should be able to see it. Tell me if Streamlabs isn't working, but you should be able to see my deck, and it has... Basically, we're just a huge control deck. Like, absolutely disgusting control deck. Thank you for following, dude. Awesome. All this... Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Tell me if you guys need any help with understanding what's going on. I am willing to help. I'm just like trying to figure out, you know, what people need to know. But right now we're drafting Kaldheim Remastered, and so I have a lot of control spells that are... They have vehicles that are very powerful, but they need to crew them, and I'm making sure they can't really get their creatures to crew. I have a bunch of control spells that are just locking them down, and once Dovin Baan gets into play, Dovin is going to basically shut down this position they're in. Alright, so they crew the Walkie Ballista, the 6/6 Ballista, and they're probably going to crew the 3/4 Garrison. I can use this Cognitive Turret, so I have this card that gets me energy, and this card, whenever I get energy, I get +1/+1 counter. So I can pump the Spire Patrol to turn that into a 4/5 to block their 3/4 if they decide to attack with it. Otherwise, this 6/6 is just costing me troubles. I'm just blocking with my little 1/1 servo, and just jumping them to keep myself around. Alright. Awesome. They're going to attack with their 3/4 as well. They have no cards in hand, so no tricks that I need to worry about. And it's tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Okay. It's one of those cards. Alright, so it's a 4/6 now. That's really smart on their part. Do I just let it hit Dovin Baan then? So I definitely don't let this one hit Dovin Baan. So I can double block here to kill the mobile garrison, but then they kill my Dovin Baan. I don't think that's a worthwhile trade. Yeah, I think I just do that. Dovin Baan, next turn I'll just +2, I'll -1 to get me a card draw off of it. And we'll move on from there. Alright. So they do have a scary board, but like a lot of it is locked down. So I can actually get back the ice over, tap down that, but then I still have this Iron Tread Crusher I have to deal with. Let's see, I have 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm just trying to count how much damage. I have 4. I have 9, 10. I'm gonna draw a card off of Dovin real fast. We'll figure out our place from there. Is that 10-10? Yes. And this is a pacifism. It can't do anything. But it's a 10-10 that it could sacrifice those little servo tokens and make itself even bigger. One, two, three, four, five. All right. I'm going to attack with just the Aether Swooper because Spire Patrol will get big enough, will kill them next turn. Or I could just attack with both Threat and Lethal. And yeah, I think I attack with both Threat and Lethal from multiple different directions. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I could then Dwarven Mechanic. That doesn't make it any less terrifying to me. Fair enough. So now I could bring back Dovin Baan so that I have a card engine later on. And I'm just going to play the Wind Speakers to threaten an additional lethal from the air. There we are. I think that's enough blockers on my side and enough pressure on mine to basically win me the game from here. Yep. So I had 4 lethal flyers. They had no way to block flyers. So that was very solid. And hey! We just got to Platinum tier. Awesome. Dude, this is... I'm really joyous. Oof. Yeah, okay, so let's see. I'm just seeing if there's any comments I missed. Witchy Lizard with a bunch of hype raids, stuff like that. Louis1391 with the hearts and raids. Dude, Grovo following, that was awesome. Let's see. Seems the opponent came to the same conclusion. Yep. So yeah, just to show you one more time, just to explain. So our deck has Dovin... So, first thing's worth noting. I have 3 Pacifisms, which are basically removal spells, 3 Iceovers, which are basically removal spells, a Malfunction, which is basically a removal spell. So we have 7 removal in this deck. We have 3 bombs. We have Consulate Turret and Fabrication Module, which, as you saw, was a bomb if you get them both together. And a Trophy Mage, which specifically draws one of them. So that's great. And then we have a bunch of 2-drops that help us get there. We have the Aether Swooper, which you saw the value of. I buffed it up. It's really just a 2-mana 1/2. We have a Shielded Aether Thief, which is card draw. Aether Theorist, which is card selection. Stuff like that. As for additional win conditions, we also have Untethered Express, just a 4/4 trampler that gets bigger and only takes 1 crew to fill up. So if I get this early on, this is a bomb. I have, 3 big scary creatures, 2 of which have flying, and of course Dovin Baan. Whew. I'm playing chess and the website says I'm playing blunder after blunder. Yep, that's my experience with chess. That's why I play this game, because this game is a very heavily strategic game, but there's a level of variance that chess doesn't have, which means when something goes wrong, I get to blame the variance, and when something goes right, I get to say it was my fault, not the game's. All my moves seem mostly fine. Yep. I mean, it's always that question of to what level are you expected to play? Because like, if it's it might be a blunder at master level, or it might just be they're seeing something that you don't. We don't really know because I don't. Yeah. So this is too many lands, but it's a 2-drop and it's 2 removals. So I'm gonna keep it. Aether Swooper just being a little annoying flyer in the air. And if they do nothing, I get to slowly build up +1/+1 counters on Arcane Swooper, which I think everyone saw how terrifying that was. Well, I guess not everyone did. Alright. So this thing basically attacks in, and I can't really stop it. I'll ice it over next turn. I could ice it over, or I could revoke privileges now. That's the big question. Do I ice it over next? Do I revoke privileges now? Or do I ice it over next turn? I mean, they could buff that up pretty heavily, but I think we just go with our own pressure. And we'll find our own, I mean, next turn we could technically kill it if they have no combat tricks, just using fabrication module. Whew. If we draw a 2-drop, I can ice it over. I'll take 3 damage here. Go ahead, deal your 3. So I'm not blocking the 2-1 because it just dies afterwards. Yep, as shown here. Can't block artifact creatures. Alright. Stack with a servo. Buff up Aether Swooper to block it. So I can hold up the fabrication module if I'd like. I think that's actually the best play. As awkward as this sounds, we're going to hold up 4 mana, gain an energy. Next turn we'll revoke privileges and ice over. We'll see what they do in response. So attacking with both. Yep, as expected. Gonna block like that. See if they have a combat trick. Gonna hope they don't, basically. I'm just gonna hope they don't. I also don't feel like the website will see sacrifices leading into a win or some of those considered blunders. Yeah. Depends on how far the website can calculate. That is a good point. Alright. So now we force them to have a combat trick, which I think is good enough on my part. Let's see it. They have to kill shot, and they're kill shotting a 2-drop. Alright. That was a nice Pyro Helix, not gonna deny that. I can ice over this. And revoke these privileges. And they're like, aha, he used all of his removal. Well, I actually have another removal. And a bigger threat. Oof. Yeah, even against the Hinterland Drake, I still lost that trade, so... We're just gonna hold up. I could Shielded Aether Thief as a surprise, and I could just gain energy until then. Depending on what I want to do. I can make it so that Aether Thief draws me cards later, so... Oop, here we go. I like this one. They're stuck at 3 mana. We have an Aether Theorist gain stronger and stronger, and it gets to sink out all this energy its own way. We're gonna hold on to the flash. Oh, they had discard. Alright. Yep, this card just seems like a bomb in and of itself. It's slow, but it's a bomb, and we have a deck that rewards slow bombs. And I think we just have to kill them before they draw that land, wherever it is. Let it through this time. If I do that, I gain more energy, but then it loses an attack power, so I'm just going to decline. Alright. We have a Malfunction, and we can still hold up Shielded Aether Thief. We have a Fabrication Module, still hold up Shielded Aether Thief. They got their land. So I'm expecting to malfunction. They do have the cards. They do have the cards, but we have the tempo. And the value. Alright. That is fine. The fact that 4 mana gain 1 energy is efficient right now is just disgusting. I'm probably going to play the Shielded Aether Thief at the end of this turn, just because I need to make sure I have an additional body if they have some sort of output. Yep. Like, you know, malfunction, which is a card. Alright, well, I'm going to start pumping up the Shielded Aether Thief, but it was not worth dealing 1 damage over drawing a card. So we have 8 mana held up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Alright. 9 to 9 on lands to non-lands. Alright. Happens. Nibble Innovator. Not a bad card. Not a bad card. I'm going to keep activating this ability as long as I have the energy for it, I think. I'm just going to end it here. I could spend the mana to Fabrication Module. If they kill this, I could Fabrication Module Shielded Aether Thief. If they don't kill it, I could Fabrication Module this. And this is lethal in 2 turns. In the air. Oof. Improvise. True tokens with flying. Ooh. Good for them. Go in that through. Yep. Alright. I can block. I can upgrade. I have so many different little plays I can do. I throw in lethal with 2 different creatures. I can revoke privileges, one of the flyers. Like, I have options. I have options. Alright. I don't think that's going to kill me, so... Oh, when this creature blocks, I get energy. So if they attack with any of the non-flyers, I get energy. I think he's just lost. I think they lacked their lands, and I was able to tempo them out despite not having a tempo-y deck. Alright. Create this ability. Have to use their answer now. Right. Let's see. Can revoke privileges here. Oh my gosh, you have lethal. So I gain an energy here. And then I just malfunction that, and they have no flyers that can block. ended with me using a 4-mana removal on a 1/1 token. But sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that's just the last bits of damage. I like it. I like it. We got Dovin, and we don't even need to draw Dovin because we are control. I mean, look, we got past 7 removal spells, okay? Like, you know, 7 removal spells. There's a kind of a, ooh, Zelda warrior. Someone I could appreciate. A man of culture, if nothing else. Alright, opponent goes first. I think I might have to mulligan this. I do have the lands. I do have removal for the first creature, but I mean, I guess if I get a 4th land, these two get me to Windkin Raiders, which gets me to Untethered Express. This is not a good keep. If they're aggressive, I killed myself. But I really don't like keeping hands that end bad. Alright. I'm going to start with the Aether Theorist. I do not care that gains energy. I want that energy now instead of with Fabrication Module later. I will Fabrication Module next if I don't draw a land. Alright. Do you have a counterspell? Or are you just sacrificing to get yourself more tokens? Because, yeah, that's what you counter. Not sure if they realize it, but that's what you counter. Doesn't look like a threat, but oh my gosh, it is. It is. Ooh, Shipwreck Moray. Good card. Good card. So this becomes a 4/1 if they need it to. But if they spend the energy to turn into a 4/1, like, I think I'm okay. I think that's good. But I think I could do better. Like, as good as that is, I think I could actually do better. Which is insane. Alright. So I now have a 4/4 Trampler. That crews for 1, which is what makes this card bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. I could actually Nimbo Innovator to crew the Express if I want to use my mana efficiently. With an island, I have Windkin Raiders into Untethered Express. Yeah, if I top deck an island, I can actually play Windkin Raiders, crew Untethered Express, because I have enough mana to... Alright, so they have to use all of their energy. Oh, they have to use 2 of their energy and sacrifice their Shipwreck Moray for this trade to be on their side. And still 4 drop for a 2 drop. Alright. I'm glad they used it here. Revoke privileges. I mean, it's a removal. It is a removal. I'm gonna keep it. So they just used the kill spell instead of... Yeah. I think that was good for me. Character can no artifact spell unless the controller plays 2. That's the only card I could think of. Alright, Metallic Rebuke instead. Alright. That's not good for me, but I'm not going to complain, actually. If the Moray becomes a threat, I can ice it over. I'm sorry, what? Alright. Alright. I think I'm gonna end up icing over the Untethered Express. But I'm gonna... So this turn I'm gonna either Theorist and knock out the Moray with Revoke Privileges. Either that, or I could actually sacrifice the Puzzle Knot. Is this thing even a threat? I think the answer is no. Maybe you should have just played Windkin Raiders then. Yeah, I should have just played Windkin Raiders then. Alright. So yeah, last turn, Untethered Express still had summoning sicknesses, which is why the crew did not help them. I will block the Shipwreck Moray. Alright, and that's what the Revoke Privileges is for. Alright. So they get buffed up twice, which kills their creature in the process. Unfortunately, the Ice Over does not work because they never tap down their Untethered Express. And it's not a creature long enough for me to revoke its privileges. Oh my gosh. Forgot to sacrifice the Puzzle Knots. Oh, but that thing has Trample. It doesn't even matter. Balk here, ice this over when I get a chance. Gonna have this in a bit. Gonna feel good. We are gonna take another Untethered Express hit, which is another 6 damage. I do not like that. But I think this is still the correct line of play. We are getting low on health. Not going to deny that. A little close. Definitely getting close. Alright, so they crew. So, as we said, this is a bomb, and they had a card to take my bomb. So, what you gonna do other than let it happen? We're gonna spend our energy to scry to get the cards we need. Just the bomb? Alright. I'll take 6. Hurts, but... we have answers from here on out. Or creatures to their hands. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna keep it. That is... oh my gosh. Alright, so I ice over this. I can't even ice over this. I have to Pacifism Ray it. Which means I can't play anything. Okay. This card is not... that sucked. Like... yeah, what am I supposed to do there? So I Pacifism Ray this, so I don't die. But yeah, looks like they got the cards that they needed. I did not get mine. I can ice this over, revoke this thing's privileges. I still have the 1/1 I have to deal with in a bit. But at least I'm not dead. Yet. Alright. Then I'm going to be dealing with 3 servo tokens. I need to find a way to block all 3. Because, yeah, they just play the Puzzle Knot and sacrifice the Puzzle Knot, and they have enough creatures that I can't really deal with it. Yep. I didn't have the pressure. They took advantage of that. Thus is the game. Can Dovin save me? Well, I'll tell you, That does not save me. Tell you that much. Good game. Yeah, they see it. You wouldn't good game someone if you didn't, with lethal on board, if you didn't see the lethal on board. That was just... Yeah, it was still a fine match. Okay. It was just... That was annoying with the lands. I'm not going to say no because I did it, because I lost, but, like... There was just a lot of places where it's like, okay, this is fine as long as they tap their creature. Oh, they have Vigilant. It's for this one turn. Darn it. Okay, well, it's fine as long as this happens, and it doesn't happen. And they just kept having the card that solved the problem that I put for them. And, I mean, when you're a deck that's supposed to lock them down, not being able to lock them down is an issue. Expected. Alright. I'm going to actually play the Aether Swooper. I can use the Aviary mechanic to return it if I need the energy. Alright, both of us scry one. Cool. I'm going to get enough lands. And I think just having the 1/2 is good enough. Alright, trading the Eager Construct with the Aviary mechanic. So yeah, this card's just like 2/2 bear for any color, so you probably just pick it whenever you need it. Alright. Okay. I'm happy with that trade. I just realized I could have gotten a 1/1 off of that if I just played the Theurgist first. Alright. Now I actually need the land, so let's keep for it. Alright. Awesome. They seem to have not the mana for what they want. Whatever that is. Alright, well, there's the mana. Luckily I can malfunction it. If they block with the Eager Construct, I just get these all unlocked to start attacking. So that's the reason for not blocking the Nimble Innovator, in case you're wondering. Otherwise, I get the 2 damage in anyways. So it just turns 2 damage from 3 if they block. And so they decide I'm going to have an answer later. Which I respect. Ooh. I'll play Restoration Specialist first. Alright. I'll tap this down during my turn. There's nothing to restore yet. Attack with Eager Construct, I could block with the 2/2 and 1/3 and 1-for-1s, and I generally win that trade. So. Alright. I think I just tap this down, attack with everything. Yeah, I like that. I'm not going to ice it over, but I'm going to tap it down so I could just swing in. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're threatening lethal right now. If they don't have an answer. They do have 8 mana for an answer. And they have drawn mostly lands, so that is a misfortune for them. And where the Eager Constructs were supposed to come into play, but they seemed not to for my opponent. I apologize to my opponent. Sorry, Bruce. But yeah, they have to play a creature. And then I could tap it, ice over, and I still kind of threaten lethal the next turn. But yeah, ice over is great. Alright. Lion Constrictor. So there's their creature. Keep them alive. If they attack, that's a miss. Alright. So I lose my flyer. I'm going to be taking out their Constrictor, of course. Or icing it over, at the very least. Oh! Better plan. Just kill them in a few turns. So I'll tap it down this turn. Then... Yep. Unless they have another one of those Hunt the Weeks. If they have another Hunt the Week, they get to kill my Serpent, and this game keeps going. Otherwise, I tap that down. Yep. I basically have lethal on board in 6 ways to Sunday. As well as one on one when you get to Tuesday. Alright. Deck's going well. We're at 5 wins. We are now plus on gems, assuming we spent money for this. So that's really good. That is really good. Alright. Oof. Keep things moving, keep things moving, moving. I really want this to end soon because I have a few things I need to do, but that's alright. That's alright. We let it keep going. We finish it off clean. That being said, if we get another lag, I'm taking advantage of that. Alright. We have a 2-drop into a 3-drop. Into Shield Aether Thief with some. I'm gonna get the 2/1 out so that if they don't have a response, I have pressure. Alright. 1/1 Death Toucher. Alright. I think it's worth killing the Aether Poisoner when the opportunity presents itself. I'm gonna Aether Swooper. I'm just trying to decide, do I... You know what? Solution. I'm attacking. Either they make the trade or I do. I'll block the Aether Poisoner with the Swooper, I think. Foundry Inspector. There's a threat. Actually, no. Why not? Why block? Why block? I'm gonna hold up the Shielded Aether Thief instead of the Pacifism Ray. I'm gonna ice that over, I think. I have a feeling they have a combat trick. They wouldn't do this if they didn't have a combat trick. But we're gonna see it. Alright, 3/1 Menace. Alright, 4/2 Menace. I get an Aether Theorist. Draw a card, and then still tap that theme down with the Pacifism Ray. I'm gonna decline. And I'll pacifism ray the mana, the Malphite squad now. Good on them. Alright, so they're looking for lands. Or, I mean, that's just basically a land. Alright. Well, I also have lands. Alright. I think I revoke privileges and then hold up to tap. Or I could consulate turrets, attack, and then just, like, slowly build up energy again. Nah. I think this is just the better way of doing it. I'm gonna ice this over too. Why not? So the next turn I still have the pacification ray, and I get to start pumping up consulate turret, which gives me card draw thanks to Shielded Aether Thief. If they ever kill the Shielded Aether Thief, I have Scries. If they ever kill the Scries, I have creatures. Like, I think I'm set. 3 ways to Sunday. Alright, so they have their mana. Alright. They have their card draw. So they do have... We have board presence, they have hand presence. This consulate turret. And we could just keep tapping this down until they play a bigger threat. I can decide whether I want to scry or whether I want to build up for a card draw. Alright, Sparks. Okay. So they made that decision easy on me. Thank you. Are there any artifacts in your Foundry Inspector? Okay. It's removal. Our deck is the slowest piece of jerk that this guy's ever seen, probably. We have a slow deck that just kind of holds down the board and makes sure they can't do anything about it. Ooh, we have a solution. Let's stop going slow. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I think it's time to start building pressure. So, while this is still on the stack, gain that energy. Myself a servo. There we go. Alright. Alright. You attack with a 3-2? Nope, didn't think so. And then we have a revoke privileges if we really need it. Otherwise, this Gear Seeker Serpent is lethal. Then discards a card. You return a creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. Then draw a card. Alright. So he took away my revoke privileges. Consulate Turret can honestly be a win condition at this point, if it needs to be. So yeah, the only really creature they have is either Poisoner or Foundry Inspector. Neither of which solve this problem they're in. Yeah, neither of which solve this problem they're in. They should take the Poisonous among the two, but still in bad spot. I kind of want to good game them, but I kind of want to wait for them to draw their cards and play around. Alright, if they're using timeouts, I'm probably gonna... Alright. No, I'm gonna wait it out. Actually, no. So I need to just take care of something real fast. I'll be back. Oh, didn't even unmute my mic. Alright. Well, we did kill them. Just... apologize to them for making them wait, but they also made me wait, so I'm not gonna complain. Alright. 6-2. I'm happy either way, but we have 400 gems and a pack to get. Also, the level of pride. Funnily enough, Dovin Baan wasn't even why this deck is good. This deck is good because it has 7 removal spells. Like, I didn't draw Dovin Baan in too many of the games, and when I did, they were often quickly able to kill it after it just gained me a bunch of life and drew me a card. So, like, Dovin Baan isn't even why this deck's good. It's because I have 7 removal spells and an energy engine with it. Alright, I gotta cycle this one. Like, 3-drop into 4-drop into 6-drop. Like, we have our lands, but if we draw just lands, we're dead. We have no play on turn 2, so if they're aggressive, we're done for. If we don't get a creature to crew the 4-drop. So we're only getting 1 removal, and that's our entire game plan right now. So I think we need to throw this back. Yeah, I think we have to. Sucks that in this final run, we find it necessary to mulligan, but remember, it's not you have to mulligan, it's you get to mulligan. It's a good idea. Alright. So they took 1 mulligan, so we are actually on par. I'll throw away the Windsweeper Angel. We at least have a card draw. We have 2 removals now. Yeah. So at least we're both on the same playing field. If they're super aggressive, we have an Ice Over. If they're not super aggressive, we have an Innovator. Like, we have options. We have options. Taco. Of course, Taco being my greatest threat. Add an H to it, makes no difference. This battle will be delicious. Alright. Well, in case you want it dirtily. I'm gonna either Theorist. I'm not gonna block, I'm just gonna either Theorist now. I'll Ice Over next turn. And, yeah. I think that's okay. If they want to spend resources killing either Theorist now, that's okay. I'm using it as a Scry engine. That's what needs to get tapped down. That's what needs to get iced over. Pacification Ray. And then I think I just block and scry. I'm willing to trade 1 for 1 with the Audacious Infiltrator. Oh! Nice. I'm gonna wait to see what they do on their turn. This is a win condition. This is a win condition. But I think it's our opponent has proven that they're the aggressor. So we're gonna play this like I'm dealing with the aggressor. Alright. Next turn, ice that over, block and scry. And we keep moving. Oof. But this is actually perfect. It's Boros aggro versus Azorius control. It's like, this is the perfect extremist matchup. And yeah, that card was great, assuming we have mana to spend. This guy's not going to give us mana to spend, to put simply. I'll block the Infiltrator if you want it. Want the trade. They do not want the trade. Alright. 3/3 Menace. I can malfunction this, or I can ice over this and tap that next turn. I think we just keep this up. Just keep being the most annoying control player that we can be. They don't have a combat trick. If they do, I'm okay with them using on my Aether Theorist. I'm actually more scared if they don't have plays than if they do, because that means that's 3 cards that are gas in their hand. Okay, yeah, that thing needs to die, or else that will turn around the game. I attack once and it dies. It's not a play I can make. Alright. I'm going to Spire Patrol the Sweatworks Brawler now. If they ever want to trade their Masterwork Tinker for my Spire Patrol, I am happy to make that trade. But yeah, the Tinker is the biggest threat on this board, and it's not even close. There's a combat trick that gives a creature +1/+2, so if they attack with the Master Tinker, for whatever reason, I'm double blocking. Alright. Well, nope, they're just making a bunch of Thopters, and they're gonna start blowing me out that way. Alright. Gonna start with the Nimble and Innovator, possibly draw to a better solution. Alright. I'm just gonna ice this over now, I think. They are going to win the long game. Just nothing I can do about that. Which the fact that this single card made that change is quite daunting. Oh, that's a good card. Well, I'm glad I attacked at least. Alright. I think I just take 2 from the servo, because I need to leave this up to block the Tinker. Ooh, great. So, Malfunction, Kari Zev, and then I'll tap down the Glint Sea of Artisan and stuff like that, I think. Because this card's going to keep applying pressure in a way I can't handle. And if they ever want to attack with their Master Tinker, I think we let them. So I'm going to tap down their Glint Sleeve Artisan, I think. But yeah, they're now in a good spot, and I am not. Yeah, if they attack with a Glint Sleeve Artisan, or with the Audacious Infiltrator, I can block with the Aether Theorist. If they block with the Master Tinker, I take that trade 900 times. Alright. Alright, so now it's just a question of can I draw playables while they draw lands? Because if that happens, I could get out of this. We have drawn 4 of our 7 removal spells, and they have a Master Tinker, which will run away with this game if I don't find a solution to that. And none of my solutions really deal with Master Tinker is the main issue. Because, yeah, what they do is Master Tinker is going to be their mana sink to make all the servo tokens. And they're all 2/2s, which are bigger than my creatures. And, yep. I am currently losing this fight, and it's not even close. Oh, no, no! I accidentally hit no box. Well, they have lethal right now. I'm not sure if they see it, but they have lethal right now. I am holding up this card in my hand, which is scary, but they have lethal right now because of 2 mistakes that I made. I didn't block, and they have the mana. So they have lethal right now because I hit that no block button. So that was all my mistake. I will state I don't think I could have won anyways because I was not scrying at my upkeep because I needed this creature to block. And yeah, 8 lands. I went down to 16. We drew half of our lands. Okay, half our lands and half our deck. Okay, that sounds a lot better. Alright, so they don't have lethal this turn, but they're very close. Yeah, so I was passing this so I didn't have to worry about the scry block, but I accidentally passed one prematurely, and that's where everything went wrong. So I have to block like this. Oh well, 6 wins is still good. I think even with that mistake, the Master Tinker, I just don't have solutions in this deck, really. Dovin Baan is the closest to a solution, and even then, this is not a situation Dovin can get me out of. Yep. They had the aggro deck. I had the control. They aggroed. I didn't even control that well. I mean, I guess I did. You look at all these creatures tapped down. Does that even solve it? Let's see. No, that does not solve it, but it's better than the current position. Because, yeah, I can -1, gain a little life, draw a little card, and possibly put myself in a bet, possibly draw a card that helps me out of here.
Your odds of winning are infinite.
Dovin Baan might take an attack, which gives me an extra turn.
Advantage mine.
And Dovin's staying, in case you're wondering, Dovin's staying on the field to give them an additional target. Ooh. Yep, they just make more Thopters. Well, I think that's game. They just attack. If they are smart enough to attack all to my face, they have lethal. They didn't attack with Tinker, which gives me another turn. Now, I'm not sure what I can do with this turn, albeit. Nothing to restore. Alright. But we're not dead yet.
This should help.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Yep. Oh well. Oh well. We got 6 wins. And we were facing Boros aggro, the counter to Azorius control. Generally, aggro does beat control, so not too surprised. That's okay. That's okay. We got a really good run. We got a really good run. And again, Dovin Baan was actually the worst card in this. The best card in the best cards were the Revoke Privileges that I got 3 of. The Fabrication module did way more than I expected it to. Like, I expected it to be good. I didn't expect that 4 mana ability to actually be used to win a game. Untethered Express just did not work in this deck. I probably could have taken that out, put in just a Authority of the Consuls to slow him down. Or an Implement of Examination, or a Paradoxical Outcome for card draw, Thriving Turtle just as another blocker, you know. Workshop Assistant may have been worthwhile, you know. Alright. But yeah, 6 wins. I felt good. That felt good. 7 removal, guys. That was the thing that made this deck good. It had 7 removal. Ooh. Oh, I have Verazol. I could actually make a Verazol commander deck. Or I could make a Verazol Brawl deck. If it wasn't for Brawl, I would like hate getting all these ramp packs. But Brawl makes all of these firsts amazing. Oh, I even have a Volos deck now. Ooh. Blue-green's gonna be great, one way or another. Alright, look at the top 4 cards of target opponent's library. Ah. Impressive. Whew. But yeah. Kaldheim has a... Yeah, as you see a lot of firsts, because this is my first time ever, like... I came in after Kaldheim rotated out, basically, so... Gonna see a lot of firsts for all these cards here. Ooh. All those 4 mana... All those cards that, like, have a... cast a spell of mana value X or less seem like they'd be really strong. And I think they've managed to prove that correct. Ice over. I now have a full playset, and I respect the card. I respect the card. Ugh. Not as good as Ray of Frost, but... General effect. Creature. Alright. Well, we got all our packs. We did all our themes. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day.